All right, it is 7 PM on Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. And we are going to open the administrative board meeting. Do roll call, please.
Chris Samples.
Here.
Jen Christensen is absent at this moment. John Talbot,
Yes, here.
William Lexinger is absent. Bill Mulkey,
Here.
Nathan Moss,
Here.
Rick Worm,
Here.
Brenda Onubini, I'm here. Sandy Moss is absent. Public Works Supervisor Brett Fergie.
Here.
All right, somebody like,
Motion to let Jen Christensen participate remotely due to COVID rules.
John makes a motion to let Jen Christensen attend remotely due to COVID rules. Nathan seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jen Christensen.
Here.
All right. A roll call for,
It is,
roll call, I have a roll call to allow her to attend
Yes.
also.
all of our votes are under roll call. during
Okay.
COVID.
So let's go to John Talbot.
Here, yes.
Yeah.
One of those two.
William Lexinger is absent. Bill Mulkey,
Yes. Here.
Nathan Moss,
Just yes.
what?
Yes.
Chris Samples,
Yes.
and Jen Christensen.
Yes.
All right, so motion passes at 7:01. Jen's in attendance at 7:01. The two things is we mentioned, we have reimposed the COVID rules. Every vote we do will be done by roll call. The Governor's asked us to wear masks in like, municipal buildings. And we are doing so. What was the other thing I had? Doesn't matter. Can't remember. At this time, I don't know if you want to read the
Consent,
agenda items.
the items on the consent agenda are 1, August 24th, 2021 administrative board minutes. Item 2, bills payable and warrant list dated September 28th, 2021. 3, resolution number 2146, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a lack price sale agreement for September 1st, 2021 to April 30th, 2022, by and between Thompson Gas LLC and the Village of Davis Junction. And number 4, resolution number 2147, a resolution rescinding resolution number 2145, waiving competitive bidding requirements and approving and authorizing execution of a revised biosolid land application services agreement by and between the Village of Davis Junction and Dom Enterprise Incorporated.
At this time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of the items from the consent agenda for further discussion? Any first motion?
I move to place agenda items 1 through 4 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that these items be considered together as a consent agenda.
Second.
Chris makes a motion to place items 1 through 4 inclusively as a consent agenda. John seconds. Roll call, please.
William is absent. Bill Mulkey,
Yes.
Nathan Moss,
Yes.
Chris Samples,
Yes.
John Christensen,
Yes.
John Talbot.
Yes.
Motion passes 7:03.
I move to adopt items 1 through 4 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Chris makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 4 inclusively as the consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Bill Mulkey,
Yes.
Nathan Moss,
Yes.
Chris Samples,
Yes.
Jen Christensen,
Yes.
John Talbot,
Yes.
and William Lexinger is absent.
Motion passes 7:04. We do not need item C on here. We had nothing removed for further consent or further review. The reports of the officer. I know this weekend, I don't know if you guys have read it or not, but one thing that really stuck out to me was at the mayor's roundtable, it was brought up that they are allowing ARPA funds to be used to extend the unemployment benefits beyond Labor Day.
The what fund?
American Relief
Mhm.
Act, or American Relief.
American Relief, something.
Yeah,
When's
So-
Labor Day?
That-
but the Biden administration has
Man.
allowed those funds to be, 350 billion still
We
sitting
already
out there to be used, if states want to use them to extend the unemployment benefits.
Is Illinois doing
I
that?
really hope the state of Illinois chooses
Doesn't
not
here,
to.
Illinois.
When you say,
They will?
when you say extend the unemployment, are you saying the federal portion?
The federal portion,
What's it called?
ARPA, ARPA.
We currently are received I filed and received our first half because the village does get some, but ours is more geared to infrastructure. So at some point, we're gonna have to talk. I'm gonna see if I can use it for the wireless stuff that we did. What's that? Over this treatment plant with
The fiber.
fiber, the fiber there. I'm pretty sure we can use it for that, and we may be able to use it for his census project, but I have to read quite a few items.
Like I said, they,
See, to make sure it's covered. But this is our first half. We will be getting a second half. And then.
but they said that because there's 350 billion still sitting out there, that they're gonna authorize, they've authorized it to be used to extend the federal unemployment. Now it's a matter of whether the state chooses to do it or not, but it's sure putting a hurt on small businesses.
And you said Illinois is doing it?
I believe so.
Yeah, because people can't get somebody to come back to work.
Right.
Plenty of jobs. I need a housekeeper.
It's 11 million jobs open right now. Why go back to work if you can make as much money?
It's tough out there. You watch a lot of these businesses that, need staff and they can't find them. Everything. I know, just in my industry, that every single one of them is looking for people. Everything from reception people through skilled labor. And they can't find them.
Gonna get worse with Christmas coming up.
It is. Move on. Anything from you, Brenda? Either as clerk or treasurer?
Nothing for the clerk. I don't really have anything either. Just, discuss that ARPA funds at some point. After I read a little bit more into it.
much?
We received $159,000.
And we're gonna get another. huh?
We are gonna get another $159,000 next year. in
Oh,
12
I
months.
got you. And infrastructure is part of it,
Yes,
like fixing the bill.
I have to look into that. There's lots of people, like, I've been going to the webinars and the questions and answers.
Just thought
So
that was
some
something,
things are gray, some things are, black and white.
just, we had the money and we need to fix certain things in here. That might be excellent.
And I was, engineers are looking at possibly the project. If we can ever get clearance to go down 72 to 39.
But that would only be a small portion. That would probably fix this building, huh?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, if you could. I'm
I'll
not,
have to look
I'm
in.
not opposed to that. I just,
We'll have to see what it says.
yeah, absolutely. Can't do what you can't do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look in that specifically, but like I said, the fiber and the census things. Things we have right now too.
Anything further?
No, I think we're good.
All right, we have no village attorney, so on to the committees, community development events, Jen?
I am working on the fall Halloween drive-through, which is gonna take place on Saturday, October 16th. The time will be 3 to 5 and it will be at the fire station. I had sent a message to Sarah asking her to put the location on there because some residents had questions specifically if they have never been to one and stuff like that. So Sarah was gonna fix that for me. Other than that, I have nothing else.
All right,
Thank you.
you have anything for finance?
No.
You're just,
not-
you're
we-
just wearing all kinds of hats
I know,
tonight.
I am. We have nothing.
All right, ordinance enforcement, Bill?
Wait, I do-
Oh,
Nothing,
back up.
nothing, Mayor.
The audit is totally done and the report is sent to the comptroller, which is really early for this year, so it's awesome. I'm really happy with that.
I can tell you're
Sorry, Bill.
smiling under that mask.
My eyes are happy.
Still didn't have anything.
I'm
here.
sorry, Bill.
She's smiling under the mask.
Okay, I'm next. Nothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, so wanted to give you your fair shot. Parks, John?
Nate's still working with Fairgram on getting that cost estimate. I guess they were out and surveyed, so we should have some real numbers here pretty quick on the park and the engineering phase one. Friday, I went down to Waste Management to their open house and had a tour of the landfill and met with Lisa Disbro, who's the Director of Government and Public Affairs, and she'll be sending Sandy some information that I'm sure our clerk can use. Chris, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, actually, they told us several of the steps they're implementing to remediate any smell that's coming from the landfill, which included like new caissons. She showed us a different kind of caisson they were gonna use. He showed us, Ashley. told
Different
us,
layer that goes on top.
Right, also told us they were adding more of the bleed off pipes for the gas, which they're sending to new burners they put in.
Yep, taller.
Right,
Taller
upgraded,
burner.
so they hopefully will handle it better, what they're not sending to the energy producing side of it. He also, what else did he say? You know, they were showing us the fences that they put up. And-
Oh, you've jogged my memory. She was going to get with Sandy on the Lisa lady on the recycling, the
Right.
do's and don'ts of what you can and cannot recycle. And we both kind of told her, maybe
We did,
kind of give us an education on what recycling is really doing, and because she seemed to really know what, and maybe re-educate the people, because a lot of people still have a misconception on what is and is not recyclable. So
I do know Sarah's been putting what, some of those things the past couple of weeks on.
yeah, yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
she's going to be sending her like literature.
Right, she said they would send us a list because I guess people, and this is to me because I've had some of the literature and some of the information in the past, like, because people don't realize that they don't really want you to put like pizza boxes in because they provides contamination. And in fact, that was one of their key words.
Greasy pizza box.
Anything that you're gonna recycle, but that's gonna contain contamination, which is gonna make their process more difficult. And since they're probably really not, and pretty much they admitted they weren't recycling 100% what you put in your recyclables, that you should probably, get the cleanest and the best so that they can use as much of it as possible, which was part of it. He also said that, and this was their operations manager for the Orchard Hills landfill. He said that they quit taking the wallboard, however you want to put it,
Drywall.
drywall, but the stuff that's ground up, because he said when they grind it up and then put it in the landfill,
It's
and
moisture.
it's moisture in it, that's what
Causes odors.
gives your.
Egg smell, rotten egg smell.
Right. So, and that was one of the other methods they were using. Actually, we were there for,
A couple hours.
yeah, a couple hours, and it really didn't smell bad at
Mm.
all.
No.
I know when they were in here, when they first bought it, and they told us how much of their waste streams they had reduced just to get rid of odor causing materials.
So the drywall
It
was.
it was amazing.
I asked them, where the boundaries were and the rest, and they informed us that and how much time was left on it and everything.
Well, that was conservative. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, very informative.
What?
Did they tell us how they separate the stuff when they take it, put it in the
The
truck? There's-
recyclable stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, he said they send a recyclable, our
It's sent off.
recyclables to a center
They
that
recycle.
separates it out, and they send it on all the recyclables onto the actual people that do the recycling.
The end user.
Right. 'cause
we
they
don't put it in here,
No,
irrecyclable.
No,
they send it to a facility that
it's not,
separates.
it's not sorted here anymore.
Right,
It was at one time, but not,
right. No, not by waste management.
no, but by the previous.
No, they're doing things totally, as
Different.
far as I can see, totally different than what had been done in the past.
Very informative.
Yep.
I think they have succeeded in reducing a lot of the odors, so.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, we like to say we're on the top of the hill and.
Yeah. No.
Not like, I
Still has its
really don't
moments,
think it was that bad ever. So, I mean, very seldom in 15 years have I smelled the landfill at my house. Driving by it in the morning sometimes or coming home,
Could
sure,
maybe.
but I mean,
We do have two of them sitting there.
yeah,
so
it's
you
gotta be
never know.
expected. But yeah, it was very.
You guys talk about any negotiations or anything?
No, I didn't ask him anything.
Well,
about
you gotta make friends if you do anything, huh? We want to
No,
get moving.
no, I just wanted
Not my
to learn.
place.
learn about the landfill, that's all. You know, what they were doing for, how many meetings have we had? We've had a few meetings where people have come in and, and voiced their concerns about the landfill and, I even asked them about what they were putting on the bottom of it to keep the
From getting back in the
groundwater
water
from,
stream.
right,
The schematic.
right.
There's different polymers, there's different thickness. The one that goes on the same material that they're using again on the top, it's just not as mill thick. That what's on the bottom is I think the bottom was thicker and the
Yeah.
top's a little thinner, but these are all steps with the extra pipes or what did you call them?
Case on.
The caissons that they put in, all as an effort to make sure we don't have that.
He told us that they put a 15-foot fluff layer, that's how he called it, in between the actual bottom of it and when they actually start putting regular garbage on there, because they don't want something to come and squish down and go through the liner and then cause contamination into the water system. It was very informative.
Yes,
How's the blue flame doing? Did they talk about that at all? When they burn the gases?
Oh,
When you
yeah, he
burn-
said they weren't doing much burning of the gases. And that's what we were talking about. They changed, I don't know, what do you call them?
flare?
Towers or burners?
they've
Because-
changed something on it.
Right, apparently they've upgraded them and made them taller, but also to burn more gas and more efficiently, so you don't get the smell, because the more that burns, the less smell.
And we're
that
not
you get
getting the
from it.
smell.
Right,
Right. Most of the
Right.
gas goes to the landfill gas.
clearly Waste Management has put money into upgrading things between the caissons, additional bleed offs for the gas and
Yep,
the burners.
very, very, very informative.
Any further, Jeff? Chris, streets?
Oh, Fergie? Fergie has nothing, so no.
Utilities, Nathan?
I have nothing.
Economic development from anyone?
Any updates anywhere? I would have thought that, is he waiting to start or is he still waiting on the gas station? He made it sound like he was.
Hayden?
He's applied for his building permits, I'm not sure.
He made it sound like he'd be
It,
jumping on that.
last I knew it was in a snag with the building design. There were some things that the inspectors saw that they didn't like and they wanted to see how it was gonna be correct. That's the last I knew. And then from there,
Our
I-
inspector?
our
From a
inspector.
mechanical standpoint or design, actually the way it looks standpoint?
It's, I want to say it was from a design standpoint, but it's the exact same building they built in Rochelle. But our inspectors caught something they didn't like and they wanted to see the corrections for it, and then it has to go back to the engineers for their approval. That's the last I knew of it.
I only know when the bill comes in from the building inspectors. So,
Where's mom when we need her?
yeah, so,
Well, it just seemed like he was ready to get going.
yeah, I think the building permit is,
Yep, I think they're waiting, I think they got a couple of things to iron out, but other than that, I think the majority of the building was approved. It was just a couple of minor things on the one side, I think.
Good.
If I remember right, that's a few weeks ago.
I did ask management if the state had informed them of the construction they're gonna do on 251. Because I figured their truck traffic
Right.
might be affected by it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing.
No, they hadn't heard anything, and I know it's still a ways out, but you would think that they would have notified them.
Actually went out for bid next year.
But, yeah,
Yes,
we're not
we
for
should
bid,
have next
the
year.
bid should be done, but they should start construction next year, so that should be shut down for that 180 days next year. And I thought that,
That's crazy.
the most truck traffic in the area,
Right,
they would ask their inform.
But he did say they come down 72. or-
He did, but he also said that people come down 64.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think it's like it was before, but I think there's
Do
still.
they
Baxter
pick up-
Road, everything down Baxter Road.
Well, he said that some of it came down Baxter, some of it came down 72, and some of it came down.
And do they pick up in the mobile home community?
no,
Oh, we don't?
there's a different,
Oh, it's a different.
they have their own
Oh.
garden
went away.
there.
That's a private
Yeah,
business.
it's private.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I was
I mean,
thinking of the big.
That's the only thing I was thought.
No, the waste management, they do go down to the wastewater treatment plant to get our garbage from there, the little cars and things like that.
Because you have the two sides of it. You have the collection side and you have the landfill side.
Well, Frank used to bring our garbage over.
No, he's not gonna bring that there.
You're getting volunteered over there.
Yeah, no.
Bring the 5.
All right. Anything further on economic development? Public?
Nothing.
Anything further from any of the board members?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Don makes a motion to adjourn. Chris seconds. Please.
Nathan Moss,
Yes.
Chris Samples,
Yes.
Jen Christensen,
Yes.
John Tillman.
Yes.
William Lexington is absent, Bill Multeasy.
Yes.
Adjourned at 7:20.